OSTER, assembling your food processor attachment. Adding a food chopper or food processor attachment to your OSTER blender expands your food prep capabilities. Here's the tips you need to assemble your food chopper or food processor accessory for optimal performance. The food chopper attachment is compatible with the OSTER Classic Series blenders, and the food processor attachment is compatible with the OSTER Pro Series blenders, which have the extra wide blade system. The food chopper or food processor adapter should only be sponge cleaned. Never immerse it into water or place it in the dishwasher. Your adapter needs to be attached to the food chopper or food processor bowl prior to use. To assemble the attachment onto your bowl, make sure the components are clean. Place the bowl onto the adapter so that the tabs on the bowl line up with the lock opening. Turn the adapter counterclockwise until it locks in place and will not turn any further. If your particular OSTER Classic Series blender comes with or is compatible with the food chopper attachment, you can easily turn your blender base into a versatile kitchen tool. Once you have assembled the adapter onto the bowl, you need to carefully place the S-blade onto the center post, and then fill with the ingredients you wish to chop. Place the cover on the bowl by pressing down and turning counterclockwise until it locks in place. Place the food chopper attachment onto the blender base. Keep one hand on the top of the food chopper and turn the blender on using the medium speed on continuous or fast pulse settings. And that's it! You've just made it fresh with your food chopper attachment. The food processor attachment lets you transform your Pro Series blender into a kitchen tool that shreds, slices, and chops. Once you've assembled the adapter onto the bowl, you can choose to chop with the S-blade or use the disc for shredding or slicing. To use the S-blade for chopping, hold the S-blade very carefully by the center hub and place it over the post. Rotate to make sure it is seated onto the post as far as it will go. Fill with your ingredients and place the cover on the bowl by pressing down and turning counterclockwise until it locks in place. To use the slicing disc, place the bowl onto the adapter, but now also place the small adapter onto the center post. The disc has two sides, one for slicing and one for shredding. Choose the side suitable for your job and carefully place the disc over the post using the finger holes to position. Place the cover on the bowl by pressing down and turning counterclockwise until it locks in place. To place the food processor bowl in place, identify the tabs on the side of your food processor attachment and the corresponding tabs on the side of your OSTER Pro Series blender. Line them up and seat your food processor attachment in place until you hear it click. Place the food to be processed in the chute and rest the food pusher in the chute. To process, turn the blender on using the medium speed. When done, turn the unit off and unplug. That's it. You just made it fresh with your food processor attachment. The food chopper or food processor attachments make your food prep fast and easy, so cooking up tasty meals and snacks is a breeze. See below for a link to an information sheet with details discussed in this video.
Hi, I'm Mary Rogers, and this is Cuisinart's brand new 8-cup Elemental food processor. Has a little bit different shape in the front. It's tapered on the sides. Also, you notice the buttons, they're made out of a soft touch material. You have high, low, here you have off, and here you have pulse. So you have a lot of variety in the speeds and the functions that you can use. There are 3 colors. This one happens to be silver, the one in the middle white, and the one on the end here, this is gunmetal. Like I said, it's a great size because it can fit a variety of needs for you. It can do everything from chop, mix, puree, liquefy, emulsify, knead dough, and it can also slice and shred. It comes with these 2 discs, which are completely reversible, and though they look the same, this one happens to be the one for medium slicing, and when you turn this over, the other side is for shredding. And the same goes to this one, happens to be fine, but this side is shredding, and then this side is slicing. So though they look exactly the same, they have a lot of versatility. Then the other thing that comes with your food processor is this chopping blade. It's great for mixing, pureeing, kneading dough, all of the traditional types of things that you would do in what we call the bottom of this work bowl. You'll notice that I took the lid off really easily with one hand, really easy to operate. And in the front here, that's where your integrated lock is. Has a feed tube here. The bottom of this feed tube has little teeth on it, which are great for like gripping food where you're going to do any slicing and shredding, and also has a little hole there, which is great to use when you want to add any kind of liquid into your bowl while your machine is running. So it comes in a nice selection of colors, and like I said, it's a nice size, generous enough for entertaining, and also compact enough for everyday use. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make a really quick and easy Caesar dressing. So let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is open our lid. I'm going to put it over here. And you notice that stands upright, and the great thing about that is when you're using your slicing disc or your chopping blade, in order not to get your counter dirty, you can lay them right in there. So I'm going to just put the garlic in, and I'm going to put the lid on. I could have actually dropped this through the feed tube with the machine running, but it's going to turn that on. Turn it off, and then what I'm going to do is, you notice how really quickly it actually chopped up that garlic, which was great. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. First are the yolks, 2 yolks, and I can really smell that garlic. It smells really good. And next is the mustard, which is going to really give it a nice taste, and also the mustard helps emulsify your ingredients, make them nice and smooth and tasty. Next item is the Worcestershire sauce, vinegar, pepper, lemon juice, and then the last ingredient is anchovies, which is gives it a nice taste, and once it's emulsified, you'd never know it was in there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn the machine back on until this is completely incorporated. So notice how I was able to switch from the high button to the low button during the processing time. That's a really great feature to have. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add this pre-measured olive oil into the food processor as it's running. So I'm just going to check. There's still a little bit of olive oil left to go in. I'm going to turn it back on and let it finish incorporating. So I think that's done. There's just a little bit left in the bottom, but that's fine. So what I'm going to do now is just hold this up. And notice how I'm able to do this with one hand. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pour this directly into the romaine lettuce. You see how beautifully smooth that is and how well it incorporates. I'm just going to put this back on here. Get it so I get it out of the way. Just turn this upside down for the time being. And then I'm just going to finish this off. And all we're going to do is put a little bit of shredded cheese on top to give it some texture and extra little bit of salty taste to it, because you notice I didn't add any salt because there was the anchovies in there and also the cheese. So what we're going to do is just incorporate that together. There's so many great things you can do with a food processor. Like I mentioned, a beautiful emulsification for a salad like this, quickly and easily, that you wouldn't be able to do by hand. Or just use it for entertaining, making salads and also coleslaws. You can make beautiful dips like hummus or artichoke dip. It's amazing, and it's a great way to be creative in the kitchen. There you have it, the Cuisinart Elemental 8-cup food processor.
Hi, I'm Renata for Hamilton Beach, and this is the Stack and Snap food processor. Assembling traditional food processors can be time-consuming and frustrating. The pieces have to be lined up just right, and the twisting and locking can be difficult, if not impossible. Sometimes it takes longer to assemble than it does to actually process the food. That's what makes the Stack and Snap food processor so handy. It assembles in seconds without twisting or locking. The bowl and lid are specially designed to stack only one way for foolproof assembly, and the simple clips lock the lid in place for safe operation. A simple function guide shows you which blade to use and which button to press. The big mouth feed tube reduces the need to cut up ingredients beforehand, which saves even more time. With a sealed bowl, powerful 450-watt motor, a dishwasher-safe blade, discs, bowl, and lid, this food processor is smartly designed with convenience in mind. You'll be all set to mix, chop, slice, and shred with ease with the Stack and Snap food processor from Hamilton Beach. Now that's good thinking.
Black & Decker, new ideas in kitchen science. The Black & Decker 8-cup food processor. Slice, chop, shred, and grate all your favorites. A stainless steel slicing and shredding disc, as well as a stainless steel chopping blade, create powerful performance. 450 watts of power help handle the tough tasks. An electronic touchpad is easy to use and easy to clean. With stainless steel blades and a 450 watt motor, you won't need more than a gentle touch to process even the toughest ingredients. Removable parts are dishwasher safe for easy cleanup. The Black & Decker 8-cup food processor helps you create your kitchen concoctions skillfully.
Hi, I'm Mary Rogers with Cuisinart. This is our Mini Prep Plus. It's a great item to have in your kitchen. We have them in several new colors. One is magenta, which I don't have here today, and the other two are orange and green. This is a terrific item to have. It's perfect for small food prep tasks, everything from peppercorns and hard cheese to basil and parsley. You can even make small batches of salsa and guacamole, or even things like chicken salad. It's really handy to have, something to use every day when you're cooking in the kitchen. So let me show you some of the features. First of all, it's a 24-ounce work bowl, has a nice handle, has two speeds, chop and grind, and it also has an auto-reversing smart blade. And what happens is when you're gonna do things like chopping, the blade actually will spin in one direction so that you're using the sharp side on soft food items. And when you're going to be doing grinding, you press the grind button and the blade automatically reverses in the other direction so that you're using the blunt side of the blade for hard food items, like things like peppercorns or nutmeg or even hard cheeses. The other thing that's really nice is that the lid actually has two holes in the top so that when you're going to be doing things like mayonnaise or vinaigrette, you can actually incorporate any kind of liquid like olive oil or vinegar right through the top of the work bowl. And what happens is it drips a little bit at a time, and it makes for a perfect emulsion when you're doing dressings and mayonnaise. So today I'm going to chop up some basil, just so you can see how it works and how efficient it is. So just remove the top, put the basil inside. You can do this with any type of fresh herb if you prefer. And then all you do is you can hit pulse. See how quickly that chops it up? Or you can just hold your finger down and it will run continuously. You can also do things like fresh nuts to put inside a salad or even add to a pesto. It couldn't be a handier item to have in your kitchen. It's the Mini Prep Plus by Cuisinart.